Welcome back to This Week in History. Gather around, hippies. I have a secret question to ask you. What is Earth Day and why did it start? Would you believe it if I told you it was started by the first president of the United States, George Washington? It's not true. It was 1969, the year of Woodstock, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, and most importantly, Jay-Z's birth. Who's Jay-Z?
Beyonce's husband.
Oh, all the single ladies? It was also the height of the Vietnam War, so counterculture was raging across the country, and students from universities from coast to coast were protesting the war. But in the beginning of the year, the coastline of California was ravaged by the Santa Barbara oil spill. An offshore well experienced what's called a blowout and spewed roughly 3 million gallons of oil onto the California shoreline. You probably haven't heard about the Santa Barbara oil spill because the Deepwater Horizon spill in 2010 made it look like a baby's blowout.
I love Ryan Gosling in that film.
Dude, it was Marky Mark. Everyone knows that. The oil plume spread to the size of Los Angeles and was only slightly dirtier. That's a joke, LA. Don't be mad at me. It was a complete catastrophe. Thousands of animals, from your fish all the way up to mammals, died as a result. And to call it a disaster is almost underwhelming. Underwhelming. Oh, I don't know, sort of like LeBron's season with the Lakers. Shout out to Lonzo Ball. Enter Senator Gaylord Nelson of Wisconsin. Nelson saw two things: the obvious complete devastation caused by the oil spill and the massive power of protesting exercised by the students. So he thought in a way only a mad scientist does. What if I infuse the two to bring environmental protection laws to the forefront? And it worked. What happened next is a novel concept. Get this, Senator Nelson, a Democrat, teamed up with Congressman Pete McCluskey, a Republican, to work together. I know. The two pushed for a plan to have a national teach-in day for the environment, and that day became April 22nd, 1970, now known as Earth Day. It was scheduled strategically between spring break and finals, so you're getting the students right before they burn out.
Ooh, I've got something.
Go ahead.
It's the largest secular holiday in the world.
Wow, it's like Christmas for penguins. The day came and 20 million people rallied coast to coast for the environment. Nowadays, you only get that kind of turnout for a new iPhone. As a result of the massive outpouring of support from Mother Earth, big things happened in 1970. The EPA was created, we got the Clean Water Act passed, and the Endangered Species Act was passed. Offshore drilling was actually banned for 16 years until famous Californian actor and president, and maybe not in that order, Ronald Reagan, overturned it.
Ronnie.
Talking about Earth Day later, Ronnie wouldn't be pregnant. Talking about Earth Day later, Senator Nelson said, "It was a gamble, but it worked."
That's a lot like your career.
You think so? If you like what you saw, please give us a subscribe and a like so we can continue doing This Week in History and maybe save my career. And if you have an idea you want to see featured on This Week in History, leave it in the comments below. Our crack research team, there's really only two of us, will do the research and we'll see if it meets our standard for This Week in History. I'd be remiss if I didn't say, in reference to Santa Barbara, go Gauchos.
Attaboy.